Welcome to our daily Zohar. We'd like to invite you again to join us on Facebook at Yeshiva Etzion, Etzion, and you can reach us, questions, requests at rabbigaon@gmail.com. The issue of kosher diet is a major issue for many people. And many people say, really, why should I keep kosher? I know the Torah said, but why should I keep kosher? And so on. There is a story, or not story, in the Tanakh on three people. The people were Daniel, actually four people, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. There were four people, the story with them. They were kids that were taken into the Babylonian palace, etc., etc., etc. So the Zohar says, ask the question. We learned, what was it that Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, what did they merit to be saved from the tests that usually people are faced when they come to become house members in places of great freedom and luxury, etc., if you know what I mean. It says, the reason is, Mishum shelo nitmeu b'ma'achlam. They did not unpurify themselves with their food. In other words, they kept kosher. Amar Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda said, Katuv, it says, Vayasem Daniel al libo asher lo yitgael befat bag hamelech. Daniel engraved it on a heart, so-called, that he would not get unpurified. Litgael is also to become dirty with the bread that would be served by the king, or in the king's palace. And we learn in the Sod HaMishnah, the secret of the Mishnah, tells us that what this Rasha used to feed them, basar bechalav, meat and milk together. He used to make them cheeseburgers, all kind of like sauces with heavy cream, whipped cream, with whatever it was. Not only that, he used to do gvina basar, cheese and meat. Chutz mima'achalim acherim, besides other food. That was his thing. V'zeh ala al shulchano b'chol yom. And he used to eat this every day on the table, besides other food. That was his thing. He had an obsession for basar bechalav. V'Daniel shenishmar mizeh, and Daniel was very careful about what went into his mouth. Kesheshlichu oto lebor ha'arayot, when they threw him into the lion's den, haya shalem betzelem ribono. He was complete. I will say exactly what it means. He was complete with the shape that God has given him. Velo nishtana tzalmo letzelem acher. And his, again, image, shape, was not changed to something else. Ve'al ken yeru ha'arayot mimeno. And because of that, the lions were fearful of him. You learn from here that when you eat non-kosher food, your body, maybe you'll gain more weight, but your body is your body. But Tzelem Elokim does not refer to necessarily or only to the physical shape. Tzelem Elokim refers to that neshama, that spirit inside of you. When you eat non-kosher food, it would change you. It blemishes your spirituality. According to the Ari, is the lack of our ability to process, to digest, and separate the spark from the husk, the edible from the non-edible. Therefore, it overwhelms you. For example, let's say you are lactose intolerant. You have a condition where you don't have a certain enzyme in your intestines to break the sugars, the lactose from the milk or from the cheese. So it causes you great discomfort, stomach aches, diarrhea, cramps, and on and on and on. Non-kosher food does not mean that it does not taste good. It's just above our ability to digest and separate the spiritual element of the food without any harm to us. In a way, keeping kosher is a special diet for spirituality. It's a diet that will help you maintain or elevate yourself in the spiritual level. As much as a person would exercise and train differently for weightlifting, rather than to, let's say, if he's running a marathon, they will have to eat different types of food. So is for the exercise of the spiritual, you need different type of food as well. When you eat non-kosher food, it blemishes you. It creates a spiritual cholesterol. And that in a way will affect your shape, your spiritual shape. When the animals saw that, when the lion saw Daniel and he was so unblemished, he was intact spiritually, they were fearful from him, velo chiblu oto, and did not harm him. Ve'arashau, and that wicked person, בשעה שהמלכות הוסרה ממנו, when he was removed from his throne, ועם חיות השדה היה מגורו, and he lived with animals of the field, הוסר צלם פניו ממנו, that image of a human in a way was removed from him, ולא נראה צלמו כצלם אדם, and to an animal he did not look like a human. HaKadosh Baruch Hu put it in place that animals will be fearful of men. So he gave us this thing, this spiritual thing. Certain animals would be able to feel the person. What do you mean they feel the person? They feel his spirit. A horse whisperer. Right? You go to a dog. There's a terrific dog. You come next to him, I didn't do anything. He feels something with your spirit that it's not good. And yet, could be a vicious dog, and you go there and the dog will come down. It is something in you that generates out. We don't want to acknowledge that. But the truth of the matter is, non-corrupt beings like animals or babies would feel that. That's why it's okay. So most officials who will hold babies on close-up, you would see that the babies are crying or they're uncomfortable. The baby looks like it was held by Godzilla. Feel uncomfortable. And therefore, when a person does like that, v'chol be'ema sheba, right? Every animal they would see, it would see another animal, it would not see a human. Why? Because you blemished that human spark in you. And it says, when they came to eat the bread, there's even there's a thing, it's called Ezekiel bread or whatever it is, right? So when they came to see their faces look like the faces of the baby, why? Because it was intact. It did not affect themselves by eating mishum shelo niga'alu begiulei ma'achelehem. They did not disgrace themselves spiritually by eating food that was inappropriate for them. Many times you would see people that would keep kosher to different levels, and they would cut corners. Well, it's vegan, so I can eat vegan. Vegans would not do this. Vegans would not do that. I cut corners here by, I will go to a restaurant, I'll eat fish in the restaurant. It's not meat. It's only fish. It doesn't make a difference that on the skillet that they put it on, right next to it there could be a filet mignon. You're cooking fish, but that's a different case. It's only fish. Some people say he'll wrap it in a aluminum foil. I'll double wrap it, and on and on and on. I'm kosher in the house, right? In my house I'm kosher. Outside I eat everything that moves, but my house I'm kosher. That's called cutting corners. You don't understand what it does to you. If a person is diabetic, a person is diabetic, would he cut corners? Say, okay, you know what, I'm diabetic, I'll put only 1 teaspoon of sugar. No, it could be dangerous. If a person has high cholesterol, say, please, double cheese. No, he's going to be careful. This is bad for your spirit. Why are you cutting corners? Why is it that if I would come to you and cut corners to you, for example, if your salary is going to be $123,000, 123, 123, right? So let's me round it up. I'll give you the 123, the $123 I'll keep. I'll give you the 123,000. Says, no, man, give me the whole thing. I'll work for the whole thing. Says, no, I'm rounding corners. I want you to get a nice, full, round number. I won't give you 123, 123. It's not, no, I'll take the 123. The $123, you take the $123. No. I'll make the cheshbon. Over a year, it's over $10,000. It could be $1,000. If I put interest, I can buy stocks. I can buy... No. I want everything. As a matter of fact, if you want to round it up, why won't you round it up to 130? It will be nice and round. Or round it up to 24,000. For that, you would never dare to think to round it up. Only when it comes to you, you run corners for everything you do. Why do you want to run corners in this matter? You keep kosher. Why are you always looking for loopholes to come out of it? Don't you understand what it does to you? It's a spiritual diet. If I would tell you, you are, I am a vegan because I don't want to be cruel to animals, you salute me. I have nothing against vegans. I don't really like meat myself. But what we said yesterday, not the animal died by itself. There was no harm for it. It just died by itself. The animal lived to 120 years, animal lives, and now it died by itself of old age. No, it's terrific. It donated. Why wouldn't you eat it now? It doesn't make sense. No, because I'm a vegan. Ooh, I have a lot of respect for you. But why is it when I keep kosher, I have to be apologetic about keeping kosher? I have to be apologetic because I'm concerned about my spiritual diet. Why? The reason is I don't really have an idea what's behind keeping kosher. I don't have a clue what eating non-kosher does to me. So what if it's not Chalav Israel? So what if it's not Bishul Israel? So what if it's not Pat Israel? So what if this? So what if that? How about so what if I won't pay you this month? I'll pay you next month. I won't pay you 3 months in delay. How about that? Let's take that so what, since you like it so much. Let's live with it for the rest of the time. And that you don't want to hear. Now you wonder when you try to cut corners, your son rips the page? That's why. Your inside, the truthfulness of your inside would shine on the outside. Your face will be as pure as the face of a baby. You'll get old, but it will be pure. He who is spiritual enough, sensitive enough, will be able to see what are you on the inside, because it does affect on you. So don't cut corners. Look, Daniel, Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael, all merited their life was saved because of that. Don't you want to be spiritual? Don't you want to check for bugs in your food? Don't you want to do the right thing? Let's not cut corners. Let's not try to find a way out. Let's seek and try to understand why are we doing things. That's why we're doing the Zohar. Because the Zohar gives us an opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. It tells you why we don't do it. So if you have a question, why should I keep Chalav Israel? Why should I keep kosher altogether? Why it's not even a question, should I cut corners or not? This is the answer. Because it will affect you spiritually. The Ramban says that eating non-kosher food will call you Timtum HaNefesh. Timtum HaNefesh is not that you become stupid. Timtum HaNefesh means you're going to be spiritually opaque, spiritually unclear, like murky water. You're going to be less receptive to the spiritual. And we don't want that. We need the spiritual. We strive for it. How do you do it? Start by keeping kosher. That's why that is one of the foundations of a Jewish home. Kosher, Shabbat, which refers to your belief in God, your, as we said yesterday, and family purity. Ezrat Hashem, we should be married to live healthy and spiritual life, meaningful life, with great abundance that will come from above. Amen. Ken Yeh Ratzon.
Amen.